just looking at the past 3 years and some of the examples you shared, right? It's not just the buyers and their approach before they even have a conversation, but it seems like the whole landscape has really changed across the board on both sides. Frank, if you had to boil it down to, 3 areas that sales organizations, 3 challenges that they're facing today, what do you think you'd say?
Challenges that a sales organization is facing. I mean, I'm kind of biased on this, or at least had a lot of success all building data-driven sales organizations and helping organizations become more data-driven, either directly at the company that I work for or when selling CRM or when advising on tech stack. And the general challenge that I think every company needs to do, which is all sort of housed under the do more with less initiative that's like part of this type of a climate, increasing productivity, is to pull in as much data about our accounts as we can. Now, if you're a product company, and sellers know what I mean when I say, are you a product company? Because theoretically, everyone's a product company or a service company. But when a seller says to another seller, hey, that's a product company, it means that the company values product a lot more than maybe they value elegance in go-to-market, right? And so that can take shape as enablement programs that are totally focused on product, SKO events, which are so critical to get everybody on the same page, very, very focused on product. I'm not going to downplay product. It's very, very important. But almost every seller has had great years where they didn't really understand the product that much, but they were good at the other things. And what are the other things? And that's where I think the biggest challenge is. The other things are the customer's problem, right? The idea of like, if a customer has an initiative, what is that initiative called? Project XYZ. Right? Do we know that? What are the business metrics that that customer is trying to solve? Why do we believe that that's a valuable strategic priority right now? Did the CEO say that on an earnings call? Well, that's public data. How many sales organizations feel it's their responsibility to provide their sellers with that data? Right now, and for as long as I've been selling, the model is, here's your accounts, here's your quota, go get them, Tiger. I will see you in a month and a half where you have to do an account planning, Spanish Inquisition firing squad and prove to me that you know how to get your quota there, right? It's essentially the Wild West from my perspective. I'm on the other side of it. I look at that as something that has to change. It's not the rep's accounts. It's the company's accounts. The rep is renting them for a year to pay their mortgage, right? That company may have been selling into that customer for 20 plus years, as long as the company's been around. It's no longer, I think, acceptable not to provide those sellers with the org chart, a really good, clean contact database, really solid history of previous sales efforts, alerts for job changes, intelligence like what their tech stack currently looks like. And if those are cloud tools, when those expirations are done. Any data you can gather through sales efforts on number of seats or whatever usage agreement that they have, maintenance agreements, let alone compliance, compelling events, security concerns, industry-specific things. My point is this: the biggest challenge for a sales organization is how much can we pull in about our customers so we can value sell based on what the customer needs.